new, but now people are playing it. It feels new. The Heavenly Jump. It just really completed the hero. Gives you a little bit more ability. You don't feel like this mid hero now where with one rotation, you're just going to instantly die. And also the build nowadays, you just go 4-0-4. You don't even care about your lightning bolt. It's all about the farm efficiency of Arc Lightning, the elusiveness of Heavenly Jump. And on top of that, you just get to match out against many of these mid laners. So I think, yeah, this is I like the new age of Zeus. I like the fact that, again, Mobai, 2 games in a row now, his last pick feels like a value pick. A lot of teams, when they get to last pick, it just, sure, you picked a Razor. Oh, cool, that's cool. But like here, they're actually using last pick and kind of trying to be a little bit more creative with how they're solving their problems.
How do you still like the Night Stalker pick up this game for 11Monkeyz?
I'm a bit torn because Night Stalker is the type of hero that you're playing it to catch a clear backline, right? There is a reason why you pick this hero. And for Ivy's lineup, there isn't really a backline, right? Everyone's going to be in the middle of the fight.
Well, surely Zeus doesn't like Night Stalker, right? It's a bit annoying for him, isn't it?
He doesn't, but like I feel like nowadays with the Sanj Kaya build, you have this Heavenly Jump. You're going to be able to at least make it awkward for the Night Stalker to play in. Yeah, and also they pick Zeus into Night Stalker, right? This isn't a Night Stalker.
Yes, for sure. They don't care at all.
Exactly.
By saying whatever.
And I don't think the Night Stalker independently will have enough damage to actually kill off what Zeus, again, like I said, Zeus buys items to be tanky nowadays. He likes to be not in the middle, not obviously no way doesn't want to be in the middle of the fight, but he doesn't mind one hero jumping on top of him because he has ways to get out. So yeah, I think this Night Stalker, it will fare well for a Weaver and a Lina that buy 2 items and want to fight non-stop. But can it get out of the laning phase? It gets first blood, so maybe it can.
He did try and full commit there to get the 2 couriers, only got the 1 of them. Trying to go for that second one did mean he went pretty deep in between BNC and ZYZZ.
Yeah, ZYZZ playing on the WISP. I think it's really helpful for just the Night Stalker lane. It's super tanky. Night Stalker already by himself is pretty hard to kill off, but yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult. Like, I was worried for this lane, but just because he got first blood, I'm now like, it's pretty chill. Because the CM kind of fed away her life for the couriers, you're going to suddenly get a bracer or 2 on this Night Stalker. The lane's already pushing in horrendously towards Dire. So what could have been a kill lane for the IO maybe if he steps out, has now just become Night Stalker free farming. They don't really have enough damage. It's more damage over time in this lane, and again, IO just offsets that, immensely. And
what about the top lane, what we have going on here?
Standard Clock with a ranged hero. I know we said it in the previous series, but yeah, Clockwork is one of the best heroes in the game at enabling any ranged hero. And we've seen the Razor into Weaver matchup before. This Weaver never really feels like you're pressuring this Razor. It's the non-stop potential of the cogs on top of the Weaver, so you can't Sakuchi out, the link, the spam. Yeah, I actually really like this Razor Clock lane against Weaver.
Yeah, I do feel overall as well, Clock obviously with the recent patch, he seems to be quite quickly rising up the ranks, right? Is this area that you expect to see a lot more going on sort of through this league, through both divisions here and also in other regions?
Yeah, 100%. They've just buffed a hero that gives vision, a BKB piercing stun, ability to push out waves, and then also be like annoying with cogs, right? So positional. That concept, and now can farm. This hero, in my eyes, is broken. Beforehand, he had all these attributes, but he could never really farm, so he needed to find kills. He had to be a ganker, but now he doesn't have to be a ganker. So his entire skill set, which in, again, the history of Dota, these mechanics are always S-tier mechanics. He has plenty of them in his toolkit. The fact he can now farm creeps, I want to see Clock even more until they just nerf it. They might make it like 1.5 or something, probably in the future patches, but yeah, now. And
sort of majority of the time, you would prefer it as the 4 than the 5, or what sort of role do you think is the easiest way to fit this hero in right now?
I mean, right now, I'm loving 4, 2, and 5. Like, I saw Fishman pop off on the 5, just enabling some safe lane ranged hero. In the 4 position, I think it's only viable, or it feels comfortable, if your offlaner is also a little bit more aggressive to take the fight to them. Lean on the historic version of Clockwork to go a bit more aggressive. But then we see 9 play at mid. I think, again, like I just said, he can be played in any role but carry, all right? That's kind of my gauge of this hero right now. Technically, actually, he could be carry if your mid laner is like a Morphin. Look at that one.
Top lane. Ivy did try and make a bit of a move there. Close to the tower of 11Monkeyz and not quite having enough. Bottom lane. Setup will be there, but easily enough sustaining it. It is actually going to be back up top. The Max does end up going down. We had Palantimos able to get back in with a Shikuchi. Max hanging around a little too low in the lane.
He actually stepped up. After getting out, he walked back in and, yeah, went down. But look, we've seen Razor Clockwork lanes demolish Weavers before.
I'll check this out on the replay.
Yeah. Just kind of out of position there, Chief. Unfortunate, though. Does happen. This is the type of lane where I've seen Razor Clockworks demolish a Weaver just because of hugging the wave, denying. Weaver steps up, you get cogs, you're being pressured. But when that doesn't happen, this Weaver with level advantage is a laning dominator. Blink or BNC is very happy that he has an Eye in this lane. If he had any other position 4 right now, he would have been shipping out his own salves, not asking for Eye to bring them. Actually, I mean, Eye can bring them. He can just salve himself. But one of the few supports that actually really enjoys the salve change. Kind of a buff, actually, to Io.
So top lane again. Just a little too hard for Ivy to really get on top of Palantimos. And Cube, he may be going down it.
Yeah, he's got dead.
And can Max do anything in return? Oh, with the Thunder God's Wrath, they certainly can. Mobai able to make sure they get the trade there, bringing down Palantimos with the ult.
Kind of cool to see how some of these players are thinking, right? Like this Weaver, he's going for the Bracer, gives himself some regen. We're not seeing the headdress on Mary. Of course, Tundra is trying to popularize the double support headdress. And then this team's also bringing in bracers on their carry. So imagine if they had headdress on their 5, bracer on their carry. You're suddenly getting like 2.5 regen on your carry. Very much a budget tango, but still. I like how teams are kind of dealing with the salve change slightly differently.
See back up top, Max. And he's gonna. Oh, is he gonna live? The Fair Fire. Oh my goodness, he is gonna live. He's gonna be able to get away from the two of them. Back over in the mid lane though, Cube taken out.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect this to go so poorly for Ivy. This Clock and Razor are really struggling. Not only did Razor die top, he's now been pressured out of the lane. Clock goes to mid to refill bottle, then dies himself.
I think he messed up. The refill wasn't successful as well, I think, from what we saw.
Oh, I didn't catch that,
yeah, I think he didn't quite get the bottle refill successfully done.
Yeah, a really rough couple of minutes. Again, just to remind everyone, Ivy in the previous game, their laning phase was incredible. They were popping off. They used that to then just catapult themselves into the game. So a very different start, at least in regards to the side lanes. And this Night Stalker Io, this Io is really just keeping in top net worth. Jem steps up. It is nighttime. You can't really leave the lane at this time. Phase boot's complete. Yeah, 11Monkeyz. Really good start into this game.
And when you sort of look at what Ivy have, we're sort of their way back into a game after a rough landing stage. Who's going to sort of hit that timing where kills and moves are going to be able to be made early?
Yeah, that's the thing with their lineup. The unexpected start to the laning phase, it hinders their ability to make moves because it's all about Clockwork now. Clockwork needs to set up, then get the Zeus to take some fight. I'd like to see CM Clock move together. Ideally force the Night Stalker to where those supports are. Sure, one might die, but in doing so, it opens up the map for the Zeus, the Razor, the Bloodseeker to at least get a couple items. Unfortunately for Cube, they wasn't able to get deep enough behind to cogs push the Snapfire back, therefore preventing him from just cookieing over.
Jam has turned up to the top lane.
Yeah, he has to join the fight here. All right, nice little Zeus ult. Now 2 for 2.
Mobile's going to be happy. I mean, he's top net worth. He's been chilling in the mid. And first 2 ults have got him a couple of kills.
Oh, we got a Rupture too. Get away from my lane, he says.
They're trying to farm some of this camp here.
But I like what Ivy's been doing, at least in regards to CM's positioning. Moving now with Cube. Like, you need to see these two heroes take some fight. I would be surprised if they kill off a Weaver here. This is pretty ambitious. You're relying on level 1 Frostbite and a battery assault potentially.
They might be able to go for the snap. Be a bit of an easier kill, especially when the cookie's being used aggressively. Merrick is going to have no option of escape. They're trying to bring down Max with him. Max, yeah, he'll go down. And in fact, Jam as well, they'll also fall. So once again, see 11Monkeyz getting a pretty solid fight out of this top lane. Palantimos continuing to enjoy himself up here.
You got a pre-9-minute level 6 IO who's about to hit level 7. You know, ZYZZ. I've just butchered that letter. Because he's been hugging this Night Stalker the entire time, because he's not had any contest, he's got complete free farm, or free level, sorry. And again, now 2 games in a row, he's an incredible efficiency on his levels. Ooh. That doesn't feel too comfortable.
Now they're going to bring further back up him. Cube's heading over. Of course, not quite having the 6 yet himself. It's going to take a bit more time. Need that catch as soon as possible. Oh, Max.
Oh, he stepped up.
He's walked into a pretty scary few heroes here. As Stoikov makes the rotation, they'll be able to dive down Cube as well. Both heroes dead. As 11Monkeyz, absolutely this time around, they're the ones coming out of these lanes pretty hot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice, getting some freebies now, and so farmed. Already got the Ogre Axe, halfway towards the Mithril Hammer, well on the way to BKB. Top net worth for his team.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And I like this move. They move both, like the 2 heroes are having a good time. They move to bottom. Weaver still having a pretty decent time, but could be doing better. He's now farming up behind the movements of 11Monkeyz. So they will be indirectly opening up the map for this Weaver to at least kind of recover his game a little bit.
Very hard to catch Palantimos.
Yeah,
They're going to look to
smoke.
see if they can get in the triangle.
Might be able to find Lina.
Stoikov's a good catch. As they're getting on top of him. And instantly, they've got the damage. Also, Mobile making sure to throw out the Thunder God's Wrath. They have good information of who could have potentially been coming to try and turn the fight around. Mobile, he's pretty deep. He has got the Heavenly Jump. He'll get back up to the safety. No safety at all there. He tries to head over towards Jalen. Palantimos, the rocket will get him, so Cube at least able to take him down in return. Yeah, deep move there from Mobile.
Gotta love the aggression though. You'd have never seen that, you know, a couple patches ago. Good old Heavenly Jump. Really put Zeus into the middle of the fight sometimes.
See over in the river. That's ZYZZ Tethers at the ready. He's over. Very good Mortimer's kisses there from Mary in that last fight. Making sure that Mobile, once he was in, there was no safe route back out.
I really hope that if 11Monkeyz do win this series, we do the interview, and they're like, yeah, it's actually pronounced Z's. This entire time, we've just been overdoing it.
A high chance.
Double damage.
But Ivy is very much in kind of the farming mode of their lineup. The next big timing where I expect them to make some cross the river style plays will be probably the BKB on the Razor. He's miles away from it, I must say.
That's been a slow start.
But that's kind of going to be like the grounding factor, which gives them confidence. Because right now, with their start, if they walk out into the open, that NS pops ultimate, Weaver Sakuching around, you don't see him at the start of the fight, it's going to feel impossible and really uncomfortable to take an engagement.
It's a good hook shot. Right on to ZYZZ. Max trying to get away from Stoikov, but Stoikov
Nice forward fight to
take him out. He might even be able to look to Cube as well. Cube, McCog push back. Stoikov, he's actually going to back off. He's a little concerned if there might have been more here to help out Cube, so he'll get away.
It's just a small thing there. Like Stoikov, he uses the fortification to keep the creeps alive, so the Battery Assault doesn't kill off the creeps, gives him some vision. It could have helped lead to a kill. It doesn't this time, but again, always, you know, thinking creative ways to use fortification. Or he misclicked, but no, I'd like to think he was trying to find the kill.
Mobile just trying to get that blink as soon as he can, so he has that further way to get away if he sees BNC heading straight for him. (12-6). 11Monkeyz with the lead in. And, you know, this BKB Night Stalker is going to be quite the issue for Ivy.
200 gold away from BKB on Lina as well. And you think about this disparity of fight right now. 2 BKBs on 11Monkeyz. If you click on, like, the Zeus, he's just got a Kaya. Of course, he wants Shard for his passive. The Bloodseeker's only got Maelstrom nowhere near his BKB. Just the disparity in team fight and their ability to just cut through to the backlines now. This is where, I'd argue, yeah, Zeus will hate this matchup now. Like, this is completely different. If the lanes are better, if Razor, Bloodseeker had a BKB or components towards it, Zeus could play behind them, but not even the Razor or Zeus can really stand up front. This Bloodseeker needs to get a rupture onto this Night Stalker to prevent the vision entering the fight, and from there you can play around. But it's still difficult. You don't have clean lockdown for this Weaver. You rely on hookshot into a pushback and a frostbite pre-BKB, and that combination of spells, whilst under the threat of the Night Stalker, it's very difficult. It will be a challenging phase of the game now for Ivy, if 11Monkeyz can play it correctly.
Now, 11Monkeyz really looking to fight here. Ivy's aware.
Nice defensive ward from Ivy, so they're going to be able to see every hero as they move towards this mid tower. No, that shouldn't deter them. Oh, dewarded. I'd be surprised if Ivy able to successfully defend any tower right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
11Monkeyz very strong around these BKBs in the 5v5 situation. And you can see how much they want to really force some action. They're going to look to try and go for Q. Be a quick, easy kill on the clock. Nothing that Ivy can do to hold them back when they come charging at them during the night time.
Oh, low skill.
They're going to be able to get on top of him.
Just dead as well.
He's very, very dead. Not able to get out of his triangle in time. He didn't expect 11Monkeyz to head up there as quickly as they did from the mid lane. Expected them to probably just focus towards the push instead, but they were ready to hunt for more, and they got it.
A really methodical game from 11Monkeyz. They've just been slowly walking around the map, moving from objective to objective. They've farmed the items that they need, and then they've played around those items. So yeah, they've not really done anything that has put Ivy in a position of maybe capitalizing on a mistake or maybe coming in something. Maybe we see it now here, but you still have the BKB available. It's super difficult.
They're going to go for the relocate gank top. Still Max pushing out pretty far. They're closing in on him. See if he's going to get any backup, Max.
Oh, the pig pole.
Nobody's TPing over to help him, but it looks like he may just have
but back mid.
Oh, indeed, they're ready. They were ready for the return there. They've taken out ZYZZ. BNC has to put the BKB to get away from this. And now with the hook shot over, they might just be able to find more. They look towards Mary. Cookies over to the side, but Mobile's got the burst damage with the Arc Lightning to take him out. Now BNC,
no.
his BKB's on cooldown. He's got no way to save himself. Low skill just runs in and dies. There's a triple kill for Mobile though. Distraction tactics there from the Bloodseeker. And it's a triple kill for both mids. A bit of a messy engagement, but considering they're behind, I think Ivy will take that. Mobile, he'll certainly be happy with that one.
Hey, if you're Ivy, you take that every day of the week. I was just praising 11Monkeyz on how stable they played the game, and one little lapse in judgment in regards to the Io and the Night Stalker combination. They've been playing so well so far, but you come back into an already set up Radiant team and you just punish them. No BKB to chase down. I'd argue here they got a little bit baited, thinking that they kill off the Night Stalker. They do
Skill just went for it.
He just did a little ring around the roses. He was kind of role-playing army when he done the run around in the chrono, but yeah, a little bit. If they were able to keep one core alive there, I'd say Ivy would be super happy, but still, if you're 11Monkeyz, well, bad relocate, killed off our Night Stalker, but Lina and Weaver, they're the ones that surviving. This Lina's now 10,000 gold, disgustingly rich. What are we saying here? Yeah, BKB, probably Shadowblade after. Still, they gotta dodge this Night Stalker.
That's still pretty terrifying, especially with the BKB back online, ready to pop.
And he's got the shard as well. So whenever he goes near a creep or an ancient, he's gonna be able to heal up. Able to tank from so much damage. Night Stalker, an incredibly tanky hero.
There we go. Straight for the CM. JM. He's going down. The kisses are coming in. It'd be best interest of Ivy to just wait out this fight, and they will manage to do so. Only losing JM here on the Crystal Maiden. So turn towards the pit. 11Monkeyz.
I just don't see how...
Ivy, they want to try and contest this, but...
It's not too late.
They have a hook shot. Let's see if they can get him. Roshan's they're in with a hook shot, but the Aegis, it's already been grabbed by Stoikov. They're able to get the pick up. Cube ends up going into for his death there and onto the side. BNC runs down Max, so they secure the Roche and the Aegis. They get the kills on top of it. Loska, he wants to try and chase down BNC, but I'm not quite sure he can do this on his own. He can't. Not his time to take a fight.
Ivy, they just don't have the timings yet. They're still super underfarmed. BKB nowhere near complete for Bloodseeker. The Zeus, I think that's the clear one. He was top net worth, right? At some point in the game. But look at the items. These items don't feel like you're a top net worth Zeus. It's a Kai, it's a Shard, it's a Blink Dagger. Once you get the Sange Kai, at least you'll be a little bit tankier. But he's just about kind of poking. He doesn't want these explosive fights. He wants to delay and kite and wait them out. And right now, 11Monkeyz, they're not giving them these types of fights. They're getting in, they're getting the kills, and they're making it just be so disruptive. To be clear, Ivy, they will scale into this game. 11Monkeyz did an incredible job with their aggression, but they need to keep that up because once Razor gets his BKB, the Bloodseeker gets BKB, a Shard, maybe even a Basher, Ivy will outscale eventually. The high ground as well. It's going to be really uncomfortable for 11Monkeyz to get to the tier 3s and hit them with confidence. You're playing into Plasma Field, Blood Ray, Zeus, even the Clockwork. It's going to be super difficult actually ending this game. Very good start from them so far.
Ivy, they're not going to be under any rush to fight whilst the Aegis is in the hands of Stoikov. Mid lane, Palantimos
is under attack.
will show himself there. A little split, 11Monkeyz. Low skill. Looking for a rupture opportunity there, but 11Monkeyz are out to the side. And this tier 2 should likely be going down. It's going to be hard for Ivy to try and hold this one, and indeed they'll let this go. So 11Monkeyz, they're able to continue to push on with this lead, play with the Aegis. Blink Dagger now done on BNC. So with that and the BKB, he's got a very solid chance of getting on top of the Zeus.
Yeah, right now for Ivy, they want to give away their towers here. Mobai might be going down to a smoke gank jump.
They're going straight for him.
He's trying to get out.
He's got to run.
Jump up in 5, blink up in 8. It's close.
They have BKBs on Ivy, both on max and low skill. Thunder God's Rash is going to scout things out.
They have high ground vision as well.
11Monkeyz, they still want to try and force this. They put the BKB. BNC has been ruptured. See Max turn with the BKB, look to push back the IO. He'll try and step back for BNC, and BNC, he can't move. He's holding position with the rupture. Whether he ran or not, he was dead for sure. Now low skill with the BKB. He's able to clean up our second. He'll turn towards Stoikov. Stoikov's going to be taken out of there with a relocate. Buyback from JM. They'll almost certainly get ZYZZ on the return. That's not a bad fight here for Ivy, considering 11Monkeyz had the Aegis. They're able to get themselves that solid chance to take a team fight by really making 11Monkeyz chase for it and have to go pretty far up towards the tier 1. You know, they had to fully commit for that fight, and that left them the opportunity on Ivy to really punish that extension.
No, it was a perfect play from Ivy. I think Mobai, he read the map beautifully, pushed out mid, quickly run to top side of the map, rushing all the way to the tower here. The fact that this tier 1 tower is still alive, it just helps everything. Cube TPs in, quickly jumps again. This heavenly jump, super good at this point in the game. Pops a Zeus ult just to assess the situation. They have a high ground ward at the side of the fight, so they understand everything. And at this point, Blink already ruptured. This is so valuable in this game. You rupture this Night Stalker, you hold him down, and then you're able to take the rest of the fight. This Weaver wasn't really able to do much in this engagement. Yeah, just props to Ivy for at least having the good positioning to defensively react to what could have been a disastrous fight. Also helps that Ivy had 2 BKBs revealed in that engagement. 11Monkeyz, they thought they were smoking into kind of a surprise, like, haha, maybe they don't have BKBs yet. But they enter the fight, they both go golden. At that point, yeah, a little bit of an overextension. This Lina, ooh, BKB satanic, all right. I thought maybe the Lina would be a bit aggressive. I guess you don't want to go Shadow Blade with a Weaver, double invis kind of sketch, but no, just BKB satanic, stand your ground and A-click. Razor and Bloodseeker, these heroes aren't going to have too much fun getting close to Lina now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Max were very aggressive.
He's got the BKB.
He's just going to die though.
He's got backup coming. But indeed, he does go down, and there's not really much that the rest of his team can do to fight back. And now they've got to run. BNC's in with the BKB. He's going to go straight for low skill. Low skill has to put the BKB to have some sort of chance to run here. But BNC's going to continue to chase him out through it out. Cube has got the hook shot. That will hold back BNC a bit. JM tries to draw their attention over towards him instead. This gives a bit of space for him to keep running. But underneath the tier 2 tower, BNC dives in. Still able to take down low skill. It's 4 dead on Ivy. As that deep move from Max and we saw from his teammates, they wanted to try and bail him out of that position. They couldn't, and it ends up costing them a terrible team fight.
I honestly didn't expect Ivy to go for that engagement. The fact that Max has the confidence to hit that tier 2 top, you don't often see that at this point in the game, especially against an Eye with a relocate, the Night Stalker who any minute just pop out and be behind you. That was a little bit surprising. You don't often see that. Yeah, the fact that Ivy tried to help them out as well. These are the type of moves that you don't want to make. This game is super fragile. And every time you give away a kill, Weaver, Night Stalker, these heroes, they will swarm across the map. They will just continuously try and hunt you down and put pressure on you. And Luke just picked up the Agnums. They were close to hitting another little item timing. Maybe surprise 11Monkeyz.
Max?
Oh, not again.
His BKB's on cooldown for a second. It's back up now.
But it just... Oh, Max.
He's going to live.
You got to calm down, boss. Stop running down the lanes.
No, get him out safely this time. He's going for the blade mail here this game, Max.
BKB is on cooldown for so long, though. Don't forget it's now 90 seconds. That is a disgusting amount of time not having a BKB. Alright, I mean, they need to kind of gather themselves here. They've spent the last couple minutes just running head on.
Oh, they're really getting in. Oh, that hook shot. Does it Cube start things off? I mean, Stoikov's going to have to put that BKB pretty early on in the fight. Blink out to the side. Mobile gets away from the movement. JM will be left behind.
If you're Ivy, you take that. That could have been so much worse. They tried to jump the Lina. She has Satanic, was able to heal back up, and then, of course, with the IO system. No, I like what 11Monkeyz are doing. They are just playing as 5. They're not giving any pick-off opportunities. They're making Ivy feel uncomfortable. And also, they're not allowing Ivy to play with this overconfidence that they have. A team that's behind, it feels like Ivy is playing with like a 10k lead with how they're making some of their moves. They're not the ones who are 10k behind, but in reality, they are. All right, Max is now in bot lane. There's still a tier 1 tower alive. So be careful, Max.
They're on their way over.
All right.
Yeah, he's out this time. Clears a wave, gets out. Doesn't stay, doesn't be greedy.
Perfect.
They were coming straight for him.
And they scanned as well. All right, smoke up time. You got the BKBs. You've got the Ags on Zeus.
Basher on low skill now.
Yeah, no BKB yet for 15 seconds, but still. They're down 13k. Still an incredibly hard fight.
$11Monkeyz know something's up. They know they're looking for this.
Mary's positioning to be the sacrificial lamb. Now Blink goes in. Quick D ward. Flies throughout the map.
They don't want to go too far this time. They're being careful. Stoikov's got a full Daedalus. With that in mind, this Roshan goes down in seconds.
Blink and it's gone.
Cut from the same cloth.
Shard on the way of Palantimos. He's so very close to having the Lincolns. Aegis once again in the hands of Stoikov. I mean, already it's hard to kill this man once. Level 22, top net worth in this game. More than 5k ahead of the enemy mid. Had a very good time here, 7-1 and 5.
You got a Weaver with like Enchanted Quiver with the Chrysalis, Lincoln's Maelstrom. Like he has so much kill threat, but on top of that, he's so hard to kill because of the lack of lockdown from Ivy. And then after you get through all of this, we just mentioned the lead with the Aegis and Satanic. That's also another thing that you have to kill. They pump up so much physical damage. It's scaling beautifully. It's a really nice kind of 1-2 punch between these two heroes. And yeah, at this point in the game, 11Monkeyz are going to be super comfortable with how they got here. And they do need to respect the high ground of Ivy, even with this lead, even with everything I just mentioned. It can maybe be a little bit surprised here, but it's difficult. It's so difficult for Ivy.
How good is the high ground defense? I mean, they have a Zeus.
It's relatively okay, but they need to try and like hook shot in, bring Lina closer, hide everyone away, prevent Io coming in, blow her up once, and then you kind of put the fear into them. But that type of initiation is always hard to come by.
Oh,
all right, here it is.
Keeps ready to go. He's in straight away. They're going to try and burst through. They've been able to do it. They've taken her out. She already used the Satanic. They quickly take down ZZ as well. See if they can do it a second time. They're in on top of Stoikov. Stoikov gets the BKB off. Turns over towards Max. Max backing up with the BKB. The blade mail. Low skill's dead. Max dies as well as BNC jumps up for the high ground. Turns attention over towards JM as they are attempting to run, but they cannot escape. The three of them down on Ivy. No buyback on them. 11Monkeyz. They'll push on. They should be able to get a Rax at least there.
I mean, they got the jump. They blew up the first time. They just needed the extra little something.
Oh, no bite.
There's nothing stopping him. Oh. If you want an MVP for the series, I know the game's not over, but probably going to be giving it to Blink or ZYZZ. This Io Night Stalker, between the two of them, they just opened up the game here. And we're going to see the highlight here. The replay. Look at the old Lina. Loses 200 HP, 300 HP. Gets pushed back. That's what you needed.
It was a good start.
It was honestly a banging start, but the fact that low skill BKB'd at this point, it prevented the post-Aegis initiation, right? Gets the rupture. If he had BKB now, he'd have locked onto that Lina, clubbed her down, got the kill, but it doesn't really matter. Blink wasn't even in the fight. He comes in at the tail end of it and comes on in.
A 24k lead now for 11Monkeyz. See how careful they want to play it. They could sit back, wait for the next rush. In a comfortable spot here with this advantage. Ivy, they're going to look for some sneaky moves to try and get back in. Smoke up with the three of them.
11Monkeyz, they're just standing together. They're not doing anything greedy. They're even drawing on the minimap like, guys, they could be in our triangle, be careful. So they're sending up the Weaver. No, not even sending up the Weaver. Look at this, so defensively positioned. I think they realized how last game they were meant to win it. Honestly, they came back into a difficult game, and through one moment of poor positioning, they allowed Ivy to run down mid. So in doing so, they're now respecting that. In game 2, they're being incredibly more methodical.
It's very scary for Ivy. One hero out of position, they're going to instantly die.
Blink, of course, with the nullifier as well, prevent Zeus from getting 4-star from his team. Extra move so also kind of, it hinders the jump, it doesn't stop it, but if you're not moving forward whilst you press jump, you just jump up and down.
Oh, they're going to find Mobile. He's going to be able to jump away, keep a good distance between himself and BNC. Low skill. Will step up. We'll see Stoikov. He's going to commit. Gets the BKB off in time. Mobile still alive. He's hiding in the trees. The Spirits, they're going to find him, though. That's Mobile and Low Skill down and out. No buybacks on the two cores. As they're relocating into the base. They're ready to just try and go for more, try and go to end it. They're straight up to the tier 4s here, the two of them. They'll look for Cube. They'll get him. Triple kill for Stoikov. Max, he'll step up, but they'll... Ooh, one more hit. Okay, he's going to live. But it's going to be up to him and Cube to defend if he wants to buy back. But against this push, there's not going to be any defending to be done. GG is called. 11Monkeyz in this game too. And that looked like a really well-oiled machine. This was quite the beatdown.
This was a really methodical game. In regards to the draft, I think just this Iron Night Stalker really prevented CM Bloodseeker from having a lane where you get to chip down your opponent and kind of catapult yourself into the game.